Huh? You guys are still here, huh? All right. If you guys are still here, I'll go to the next section. You want to know how in the in-app billing works? Is that what we're doing now? Okay, we'll do in-app billing. Yeah, so this is the in-app billing part of the app, and I thought this was gonna be super challenging, but after I explored the speech using found that common billing function on Stack Overflow, that made everything a lot easier. So basically, to use the common flow to send commands to send the commands to and receive results from common billing. And I'm gonna go through that code here in a second. The Kotlin shared emits the commands from the shared code inside the app. The Compose app sends commands to the platform via common billing using common flow. It's collected on the platform side, and it does all the platform specific stuff for doing all the system calls for each platform that are different for doing these in-app purchases. I had never done. Okay, so the platform emits responses back to the Kotlin shared, and they're collected inside the app. So that's how the messages go back and forth. And I had never messed with this in-app billing or this purchases or any of that stuff before this project, so it was all kind of new to me, and it's kind of shocking how much stuff was like. I found a couple things that were like not documented or not. I don't know. It's been a little odd. So here's the common billing. This is the start point. I'm using short bookmarks inside the IDE, which don't exist. They don't exist on Xcode, or at least I couldn't find them. Anyway, so the common billing here is passed in, so that the common billing object is instantiated inside each platform and then passed into the app, or injected basically. And so here, and I'm not using any injection libraries, dependency injection libraries. I forgot to mention that, but I'm trying to avoid that stuff because Kotlin isn't really, you don't need that stuff with Kotlin. You can do it all without it. And I plan on keeping that as a strategy. Those dependency injection libraries, I don't know what was going on with those, but somebody was just like trying to overcomplicate things, I think, a little bit, or trying to over-engineer, because those things are for what it's actually doing, way overcomplicated. But anyway, I digress. We're gonna do billing right now. So here's where it's actually getting the receiving the state of the billing. Whether you're purchased or not, or a purchase has happened, and it's collecting that as a flow, and it's collecting it right here. And it's just collecting it as the common flow, and the common flow is this cute little function right here. This little sucker right here makes it so you can use flow just to communicate back and forth between the platform side and the native, or the compose side, and it makes things just really you don't have to switch off, and it's super fast and super efficient. It's all native. It's like not going through a JavaScript layer or something, anything like that. So this is pretty exciting, how this is put together, and I'm actually glad how simple it turned out to be. And here's where the common billing, the billing messages, where we're getting like the actual. So there's like the state of the billing, and then there's also messages coming through. So like, did the purchase went through, or there's an error. There's those two things. So, and then we go to D. So here, see, here's the purchase manager make purchase. So this is where we make a purchase, which I'm gonna see if I can get the iPad up here. Okay. Well, that's not quite right. Hold on. Okay, I just need to turn this up like that. Okay. So here you can purchase to the purchase like that. Um and that's where this is happening. Right here, making that purchase. And that make purchase then calls, let's see where it goes. Purchase. So it calls this thing called Purchase Manager. I really hate the name Purchase Manager, but what happened was, I just want to make it in parity with the iOS to make it not confusing. So when I was on the iOS side, which is where I started with the iOS code. And I'm gonna go into Xcode because it's a little easier to navigate Swift with Xcode. So here's the content view. It's setting up the entitlement manager, which is passed. So all the entitlement manager is just keeps the preference around whether it's pro purchase. I got this code from this example from the site called Revenue Cat, which has an API library, but they also show you how it works normally, how you could just do your own. And that's where I based all this code off of is from Revenue Cat, which this stuff looks amazingly, very similar ideas as to how Google Play Store is doing it. So anyway, so it's the purchase manager is what they called it. I don't know if this is a common idiom under Swift. I'm definitely getting away from it from the influence I got from Yegor Bugayinko with every, adding manager on the end of every object that has just as its actually namespace. But anyway, so I just wanted to keep it the same, and I wrote this one first. And I would rather call this like purchases or something, something other than manager. But anyway, that's a pet peeve. That's a pet peeve. Me and Jaeger are on the same wavelength with calling everything manager. Maybe it's from all that. I got a little PTSD from all that Java, doing all that Java work with all the managers and all that stuff. Anyway, digression. Sorry. Let me keep going. Let me keep on subject here. So here's the purchase manager, and it's using this common billing, and common billing is instantiated right here. So each platform has to create this common billing object on its side, and then it uses the common billing. Where is it? It uses the common billing here to um, send. Okay, this is all the this is okay. Yeah, so here's update the purchase. Hold on a second. Let me get my bearings. Okay, so the common billing is initialized, is passed in after the content view is created. And then it's called this update state. This actually calls the flow over here in common billing. So it calls this flow over here. Update. Where's the update? Update state here. Update state. Update message. So and all that does when the platform calls this is actually emits a flow that changes the state, and that's basically how it works. Um, So if you want to test the store, I'm not going to tell you, this is a tutorial, this is a walkthrough. So I'm not going to show you how to set all this stuff up. You can use this stuff as reference, but basically you have to set this products kit that matches the same store data that you've set up. All these purchase item. What do you call these? A non-consumable in-app purchase. There's consumables, non-consumable. Anyway, you can look into all that stuff, but you have to make it. It'll have to match the one you have live. Anyway, so that's how that works. And so if I go over here and make a purchase, if I go here and make a purchase, you can see it's like for testing purposes and all that stuff. So, and this is, that lets you know it's a test environment Xcode. It has this little store thing, which this doesn't exist on Android, but this is how it works on iOS, which is pretty cool. So it's got this window here. Let me see if I can get this set up so I can see both at the same time. All right, let me see if I can get this over here. Okay, so you can see it's got this little UI here. It shows this purchase that just happened. And if I refund it, and you'll see over here, which I can't show with my pointer, but you'll see inside the app a message pop up, and that it's been refunded. So let's go to here. Yeah, so billing revoked purchases, and then you can go back in here. It'll show you that it's actually been it's now you're back to the trial version, so you can simulate a cancellation or a refund and all that junk that goes along with it. So you can do Purchase Pro again, and you can see it actually come up live. Yeah, so that's how that's. And then you just go in here and clear these out if you want. Like I'm going to refund this one before I clear it out. And then you can delete them. So I thought this was pretty cool, but you have to run the app from Xcode to make this work, which is, it's just the way it is. Okay, so let's go to what next? Okay, so let's look at what I'm going to do to show you next here. So this is where the purchase manager does the make purchase. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Okay, so I got my thoughts straightened out. You have okay, so to do the purchase stuff, uh, the test purchases with Android, you have to go to your order management. Once you get it all set up, go to your order management, and you have to set up a test accounts, and they all have to be approved. I'm not going to show you how to do that. That's actually pretty straightforward and pretty well documented how to set that up. But you do need to set all that stuff up. I'm not going to walk through that unless you guys really want me to. I don't know. It's pretty straightforward. That was not the hard part. That was not the hard part. So I bought one here. I'm gonna do. Let me show you how to do a refund. Do a refund. You refund the order. Boom. Oh, and you have to remove the entitlement as well. Well, I forgot to do that. Anyway, so if you forget to do the remove the entitlement when you go and run the app, it won't let you. Yeah, so you have to. I added this consumable thing where you can consume it inside the app, which is basically like doing a refund or it's just easier for testing. And let me go ahead and demo how that works right now. Let me go over here. So you go in here, do the purchase the pro. Same kind of thing. This is a you have these different types of cards. Now here's the thing that was messing me up for a minute. This one took a while for me to figure out what the heck is going on. And I'm just like, maybe I missed something in the documentation. There was nothing. I maybe you can let me know in the comment section if you figure out what's going on. So you have these different types of cards where you can approve it. Always approves, always declines. This one approves after a few minutes. This one approves or declines after a few minutes. These two special cases, haha, yeah. That caused all kinds of issues. So I had to do so basically it's got this slow pending transaction state, which is not defined in the API. It's actually it comes in just as a number, a raw integer. So I had to make the slow pending thing. This works great now, but I had to do this polling. It's a poll. This is terrible API. I don't know who designed this. I don't know who put this together, but obviously they missed some stuff. Anyway, I got it working. It works fine. This polling thing, where you have to poll every once in a while to see if if the purchases have gone through, and then you do the reload. So that's how that works. If the person quits the app and comes back, it may actually update properly, but this is the way they said it. This is the Stack Overflow. I don't know where I found there was like a recommendation. I think I put it in the notes somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember. Did I do that? If I didn't, I don't know. I might have put them in the notes somewhere about what the thread I had to go down to find out how to make this operate properly. This is one of the most frustrating things about doing all this mobile and like on Android. It's like this is what it's like the whole damn time. And it's like shocking to see the on iOS, how it's just real straightforward. It's just real straight. It's just like boop, do it. And there's none of this monkeying around with hidden freaking enums. That is just, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm missing something. Tell me if I'm missing something, but this is unacceptable. So anyway, I did all the work for you. You don't have to do the work anymore. So you want to do in-app building. The reason I went with in-app building is you can have one app in the store. So all your SEO goes to one place. And it also keeps the retention high because people get basically full access to our app. We're thinking about doing a 3-day trial, and they get full access, and then it gets crippled. So they basically get the whole thing, and then it gets taken away. It's like, hey, if you like it, well, So that's the attitude that we take, and it's got much higher retention and much higher click through. And they're not going to be sticker shocked, or they don't have to go back and go to another separate app, and there's more friction. There's more friction involved. We have to go to a separate app. We thought about doing that, but this in-app stuff worked great, and now it works cross-platform. It works exactly the same way on both sides. As far as the core Compose app is concerned, it works the same. So let's see. I tried to make document this as well as I could, make it really clear what's going on. Again, any questions, comments, let me know. But yeah, that's about it for in-app building. Up next is background location tracking, how I set that up for iOS and Android. You know, uh, okay, so spoiler alert, super easy to do background tracking on iOS. It's like one line of code and one resource, text resource. But on Android, oh my God, it's just ridiculous. But I figured it out for you and it works both ways. That'll be the next video. Anyway, enough for now.